Because a Pennsylvania GOP Senator, Rico, bill would let medical marijuana patients get guns and carry permits, you guys. Pow, pow, pow. A Republican senator in Pennsylvania has formally introduced a bill meant to remove state barriers to medical marijuana patients carrying firearms and preventing the legislation and soliciting co-sponsors earlier this year. Senator Dan Langwin introduced SB 1146 on Wednesday, which state Republicans noted in a press release was also 2A Day, celebrating the Constitution's Second Amendment. The GOP statement called the proposal a bold step toward ensuring rights of all citizens, saying it acknowledges the importance of the right to bear arms, a fundamental aspect of American freedom. My legislation will make sure a valid medical marijuana card holder is no longer considered an unlawful marijuana user, Laughlin said in the release. And although marijuana remains illegal under federal law, we should be updating Pennsylvania's laws to ensure valid medical marijuana card holders are not denied their rights. The two-page bill amended the Pennsylvania's Uniform Firearms Act, which currently says a concealed carry license shall not be issued to someone who is addicted to or is an unlawful user of marijuana. SB 1146 would add the term unlawful user to marijuana, does not include an individual who holds a valid identification card under the state's Medical Marijuana Act. It also would add as a qualifier to a provision barring carry permits for individuals who are prohibited from possessing or acquiring a firearm under the United States, and asserting that the restriction shall not apply to someone prohibited from gun ownership based solely on an individual's status as a holder of a valid identification card for medical marijuana. These changes would take effect 60 days after becoming a law, and this article goes on and on and on, and I just want to thank Mr. Senator Dan Langland for this legislation. I think this is some common sense legislation, and I hope this really goes through. So shout out to the Commonwealth over there in Pennsylvania, and I hope people support this bill.
Hear, hear.
Mm-hmm.
You're here.
Yes.
Yeah, this is another state taking it into their own hands and saying that we don't care what the Fed says and you can come in and enforce it if you wish, ATF, but we will not be your enforcement on this particular issue if it passes. And I think it takes the target off of people's backs as helpless victims. I don't understand why the Second Amendment doesn't apply to all citizens who consume cannabis, not just those who are on the no-fly list and have beat and abused their families, who are allowed to have guns. And shout out to Ingrid Faye, who says happy 420 Eve, y'all. So thank you so much, Ingrid, for that super chat. We definitely appreciate it. Thank you very much. There we go. I'm glad we got some sound effects. Yeah. There we go. Here's to the entire Bill of Rights applying to cannabis consumers. Happy 420.
I'm all about that.
Yes,
that's
indeed.
A great way to close it out.
Big ups, man. Big ups to everybody supporting our rights, whether you agree with them or not. Making sure everybody has them and can exercise them is important in this land of freedom, or so they call it. All right, Jason?
That's right. Land of the free, home of the brave.
Yes, indeed. But
you got to be brave to live out here nowadays. Thank you all for joining us for
yet another episode of High at Nine News. What was that?
I was just saying you got to be brave to live out here nowadays.
Thank you all for joining us for another episode of High at Nine News. You can catch us live weekdays 9 a.m. Pacific, high noon on the East Coast. Big shout out to our super fans, Ingrid Faye in the building.
Whoop, whoop, whoop.
The air horn. Can you get another air horn, even if it's delayed?
I don't know who did the air horn.